After taking a bath and burning incense, she changed into a snow-white nightgown. The soft silk clung to her delicate curves, and her slightly wet long hair slid down to the side of her neck. Her translucent white cheeks were tinged with a faint blush from the warm, steamy mist. She had a slender figure, and her skin was as clear and porcelain white as ice and snow. Union scarcely dared to look at her for long. In the whole capital city, there was no second person who was more good-looking than her. Even the handsome man praised by the emperor couldn't compare to her. Union tiptoed to cover the lamp, let down the curtain, and then carefully withdrew from the Huanglai wooden canopy bed, saying, "Young master, go to bed early." Sheng Jiaoyu gave a soft and said, "You go back and rest too. There's no need to keep watch." Union replied with a yes and said, "This servant will be in the side chamber. If the young master needs anything, just call this servant, okay?" In the delicate small burner, sandalwood for helping sleep was lit, emitting a pleasant fragrance. Sheng Jiaoyu didn't sleep soundly. Her thoughts drifted up and down. She was awakened by a nightmare before dawn the next day. A little cold sweat broke out on her back. Her dark eyes were vacant, and her gaze was unfocused as she stared at the bed curtain. A chilling feeling crept into her skin. Everyone said that Wei Jing had a gentle, solemn, and upright temperament, and quite the magnanimity of a wise emperor. But it was all a lie. Wei Jing's profound and reserved nature concealed his ruthless and overbearing means. He had countless tricks in the bedroom. Sheng Jiaoyu had developed a psychological shadow when looking at the bed curtain. He always liked to force her to wear all kinds of women's clothing, light silk and satin dresses with extremely thin fabric that could be torn with little effort. She had been raised as a boy since childhood and couldn't handle the complicated dresses of women. Wei Jing seemed to take this as a pastime in his leisure time. Every day, he would personally help her change into women's skirts. Occasionally, when he was in the mood, he would throw her onto the brocade quilt and thin blanket. Naturally, she wasn't willing. She would get up and try to hide. Wei Jing wasn't angry either. His long, slender, and well-defined fingers would forcefully pull down the curtain beside the canopy bed and then tie her wrist behind her back, saying, "Don't be impatient, my dear minister." Sheng Jiaoyu was most afraid of that feeling of losing control. It really made you feel cornered with no way to escape. She came to her senses, and gradually there was a sparkle in her bright eyes. After washing up and changing clothes and having breakfast, she said to Union, "Take down the curtain." Union was surprised and said, "Why all of a sudden?" Sheng Jiaoyu furrowed her delicate brows, closed her eyes, and said slowly, "Take it down." Seeing that her complexion wasn't good, Union didn't dare to say anything more. "Yes,